Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and let me tell you, today we have some breaking news out of Dallas that is shaking up the Cowboys fan base and the NFL world at large. What started as an ordinary week of preparation for the Cowboys has suddenly taken a dramatic turn, as reports are now emerging about a major injury to rookie offensive lineman Cooper Beebe. Add to that swirling rumors about Dak Prescott's contract situation, whispers about Trevon Diggs' long-term future with the team, and you've got a cocktail of uncertainty that could define how the Cowboys move forward not just in the season, but potentially for years to come. If you've been following the Cowboys closely, you know this franchise has been walking a tightrope between being a true Super Bowl contender and facing the possibility of unraveling from within. What we're seeing now may be the very moment that tips the balance one way or the other. So let's start with the name that is suddenly at the forefront of Cowboys conversations, Cooper Beebe. The rookie offensive lineman out of Kansas State was expected to be one of the cornerstones of this offensive rebuild, someone who could step in and provide stability to a line that has had its share of injuries and shifting pieces over the past few seasons. Early indications from training camp and preseason games suggested that Beebe had the potential to be a force physical, smart, and versatile, a lineman who could play both guard and tackle positions if needed. But now, word is coming down that Beebe has suffered a significant injury during practice, one that could sideline him for an extended period of time. While the Cowboys have yet to make an official announcement, insiders close to the situation are saying that this is not a minor setback. Depending on the severity, we could be talking about Beebe missing multiple weeks, or even longer, and that's devastating news for a team that has been banking on his contributions. Think about it, the Cowboys have already dealt with more than their fair share of injuries on the offensive line in recent years. Tyron Smith, one of the anchors of this line, has missed considerable time. Zach Martin has battled through various ailments, and the shuffling of players has made consistency a rare luxury. Beebe was supposed to be part of the solution to that problem, a fresh body with fresh legs, someone who could keep Dak Prescott upright and open lanes for Tony Pollard in the run game. Without him, the depth chart suddenly looks a lot thinner, and the team may have to scramble to find adequate replacements. Fans are understandably worried because when your offensive line starts breaking down, everything else falls apart. A quarterback as talented as Dak cannot function if he's constantly under pressure, and the running game simply doesn't work without guys up front creating holes. This brings us to Dak Prescott himself, because if you've been paying attention, his name has been in the rumor mill all week. Prescott's contract situation remains one of the most talked about storylines in the NFL, and with Beebe's injury now adding more stress to the offense, questions about Dak's long-term fit in Dallas are growing louder. There are those who believe that the Cowboys front office is hesitant to commit to Dak with a massive extension, especially given some of his playoff struggles and the fact that he is approaching the later prime years of his career. On the other hand, letting Dak walk, or even entertaining trade discussions would be a seismic move that could set this franchise back years. The rumors floating around right now suggest that while Jerry Jones and the Cowboys brass are still committed to Dak for the short term, they are keeping all options open for the future. Some insiders are even speculating that if Dallas doesn't make a deep playoff run this season, the pressure to move on from Dak could become overwhelming. And then there's Trevon Diggs, one of the brightest stars on this defense, but a name that's suddenly being thrown into rumor talks as well. Diggs, when healthy, has proven to be one of the most electrifying cornerbacks in the league, capable of completely altering the momentum of a game with his ball-hawking skills. But injuries have plagued him recently, and that always changes the conversation when it comes to long-term contracts and roster building. With Diggs recovering and the Cowboys having invested heavily in other areas of the defense, some reports are suggesting that the team could explore trade scenarios if the right opportunity presents itself. That would be a shocking development for a defense that has been built around players like Micah Parsons and Diggs. But this is the NFL, a league where no player is untouchable when the business side of things comes into play. The timing of all of this cannot be overlooked. The Cowboys are in the middle of a season where expectations are sky high. Fans are tired of hearing maybe next year and watching other teams hoist the Lombardi Trophy while Dallas continues to fall short in the playoffs. Jerry Jones himself has been vocal about wanting to make the most of this window while stars like Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and others are at their peak. An injury to Beebe complicates that mission significantly, and rumors surrounding cornerstone players like Dak and Diggs add even more fuel to the fire. It feels like this franchise is standing at a crossroads, with one path leading to potential greatness and the other leading to yet another disappointing campaign. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. If Beebe is indeed out for a long stretch, the Cowboys front office may be forced to make a move. That could mean scouring the free agent market for veteran linemen, exploring trades, or even shifting current players into uncomfortable roles. None of these options are ideal, but when the offensive line starts crumbling, you can't just sit back and hope things work themselves out. Every move the Cowboys make from here on will be scrutinized heavily, and how they address this situation could determine whether they remain legitimate contenders. For Dak Prescott, the pressure has never been higher. He knows that the narrative surrounding him is that he hasn't delivered when it matters most. He's put up good numbers in the regular season, he's shown flashes of brilliance, but when January football arrives, the Cowboys have consistently come up short. Combine that with the uncertainty on the offensive line now, and Dak is staring at one of the toughest challenges of his career. Perform at a high level despite the obstacles, and he could silence the critics and earn that long-term commitment from Dallas. Struggle, and the noise about his future will only grow louder. As for Trevon Diggs, the Cowboys have a tough decision to make. Do they continue to build around him and hope he stays healthy enough to regain his Pro Bowl form? Or do they cash in on his trade value while they still can? It's the kind of gamble that can either strengthen a franchise or set it back years, and the Cowboys' track record of roster decisions has been hit and miss. Fans are understandably divided on this one. Some say you never let a talent like Diggs go, while others argue that availability is just as important as ability, and Diggs has missed too much time. So, what does all of this mean moving forward? It means the Dallas Cowboys are entering a defining stretch where every headline, every rumor, and every injury could change the trajectory of the season. Cooper Beebe's injury isn't just about losing a rookie lineman, it's about what that loss symbolizes: another crack in the foundation of a team that has been desperately trying to put all the pieces together for a championship run. Dak Prescott's situation isn't just about a quarterback contract, it's about the future identity of the franchise. And Trevon Diggs' rumors aren't just about a player, they're about how the Cowboys weigh risk and reward when it comes to building a contender. Cowboys Nation is restless, and with good reason. The fans have been promised greatness for decades, only to be let down time and time again. Now, with this latest wave of news, the frustration is boiling over. Every move the front office makes from this point will be dissected, every performance on the field will be judged through the harshest of lenses, and the Cowboys either rise to the occasion or risk becoming yet another cautionary tale of wasted potential. This is why the NFL is the most dramatic league in sports. The stakes are enormous, the storylines are compelling, and the margin for error is razor thin. For the Dallas Cowboys, the next few weeks could either cement their place as a true contender or unravel the fragile trust that still exists between the team and its fan base. Cooper Beebe's injury, Dak Prescott's rumors, Trevon Diggs' uncertainty — these aren't just side notes. They are the defining stories of a franchise at a turning point. And that's why we'll be here every step of the way, breaking down the updates as they come, separating fact from fiction, and making sure Cowboys Nation knows exactly what's at stake. So buckle up, because this ride is only getting started. Thank you for watching today's update, and if you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay on top of every development surrounding the Dallas Cowboys and the rest of the NFL, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts on Cooper Beebe, Dak Prescott, and Trevon Diggs, And of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest breaking news.